Now, in a major push for social justice and inclusive growth in Karnataka, the state cabinet has ratified a decision that directly impacts thousands from minority communities. The reservation for minorities under various government housing schemes has now been increased from 10% to 15%. Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar termed it step towards equity, adding that the government isn't just constructing homes, it's building dignity for minorities. Now, the hike said D.K. Shivakumar is in sync with the recommendations from the Sachar Committee report. My colleague Wajiullah, in fact, joins more on this. Wajiullah, interestingly enough, over here, what we understand is that when it comes to the minority affairs, it has been something that they have been looking at. And at the same time, there have been increase in minority quotas in certain aspects. But the BJP has been saying that it is appeasement politics that the Congress government in Karnataka is in fact playing.
Well, absolutely, Varghese. This particular move by the government with regards to the 15% quota increase from 10% was something that was passed in the cabinet yesterday after the intervention of the minority minister, Zamir Ahmed, who had proposed and given this proposal to the government, and the government in its cabinet took a decision of pushing for the quota of minorities from 10 to 15%. But since then, that has happened. The BJP has relentlessly attacked the government, saying that yet again, after increasing quota and reservation for Muslims, now the Congress has again done this for appeasing the Muslims over here. But in this case, when this question was asked to D.K. Shivakumar, he categorically said that we are not here like BJP to facilitate one single community. We are looking at an overall development of the minorities here. And in this particular case also, what we have done is that we have granted them 15% quota, which somewhere or the other is required to help minorities in both urban and rural pockets. But he also tried to clarify in numbers when he was asked that again a quota has been done for the appeasement of minorities, and he categorically said that in this particular decision, if 1 lakh houses are made, then 15% of these houses, which is 15,000 houses, will be given for minorities. The rest of the 85 will be for the majority. So this is not appeasement, is what he said. And he also mentioned that this minority quota is not just for Muslims, but it adds every minority in the sector. And I pointed out, why does the BJP forget that there are Christians, Jains, Sikhs, and other minorities that are also, which includes Jain, also are a part of this quota. Therefore, calling it a Muslim appeasement is completely wrong, is what the government has clarified. But the BJP, on the other hand, will be picking up this as an issue along with the reservations of 4% that was given to Muslims, and I will be taking up as a minority government. So this is something that we will see in the coming days, and it's something that the Deputy Chief Minister has also acknowledged with regards to this particular quota that has been granted to the minorities.
Well, stay with us, Wajiullah. We'll just take in those reactions from the Congress as well as from the BJP on this matter. Let's listen in.
I'm least bothered about any other BJP leaders calling or anything. They created hateness, and they will try to divide the society. We always try to unite the society. See, there is a Sachar Committee report which tells that 15% of the reservation should be given on welfare schemes to minorities. Earlier in the central government had appointed a committee and it is there. Now we have, in various schemes, we had given 10% of houses reservation to them. We did not have 10% of the requirements or the applications to be given in the rural places. That is why my minister has proposed it. He brought it to the cabinet, connected even to the Sachar report. So instead of giving as only the rural section, we have made a unit as a taluk level, so that which includes the town, and then we are giving them this one. Whatever the number will be same. Suppose if we give 1,000 houses or 100 houses to one taluka, that number will be same. But instead of giving to the rural, we are picking, since there are no applicants, we are picking from the urban sector.
ये जो धर्म आधारित रिजर्वेशन है वो जॉब में हो, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में हो या हाउसिंग स्कीम में और हाउसिंग स्कीम में हो, ये तो पूरा एंटी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है, गैर संवैधानिक है। तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी इसके बारे में धर्म आधारित आरक्षण को खारिज किया है। तो ये अपीजमेंट करते करते ये लोग पहले कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में 4% दिया, देश में कहीं भी नहीं है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में 4% रिजर्वेशन मुसलमानों को कहीं भी नहीं है, लेकिन इधर किया, वो दुस्साहस किया। अभी तो इसमें करने का निर्णय लिया है। इसका अर्थ क्या है? जो ओबीसी एससी एसटी का कोटा कम हो जाता है और वो उसके कारण जनरल कैटेगरी में जो गरीब लोग हैं उनका भी कम हो जाता है। ये और रिलीजन बेस्ड ये नहीं होगा, ये तो संविधान के विरोध में है। ऐसे जानकारी रहने के बावजूद भी ये लोग करते, इसका अपीजमेंट पॉलिटिक्स है। इन लोगों के मन में यही है, सिर्फ टिप्पू सुल्तान अपीजमेंट यही है। इसका मैं पूरा खंडन करता हूं और आने वाले दिनों में इसका पुरजोर हम विरोध करेंगे और उसके साथ ही साथ जरूरत है तो हम इसका क्वेश्चन कोर्ट में भी क्वेश्चन करेंगे।
Well, as you can see, both the leaders have in fact spelled it out, Wajihullah, that one, of course, saying that it is an effort to have social justice. On the other side, the question of appeasement, and they call it the Tipu Sultan effect. But how do you think is this thing going to play out when in the coming assembly the sessions? Because we know that the BJP has been trying to raise these issues in the assembly as well. So this is going to surely be one of those issues that would be raised in the assembly sessions.
Absolutely, Varghese. We already heard Prahlad Joshi, and he categorically mentioned that the government has been a part of doing appeasement with regards to minorities, and especially Muslims, while the minister himself has clarified that what we have done is a part of the recommendations that were given by the Sachar community, and it has not been just the Muslims who are getting appeased over here, but reservations and quotas has been given for every sector in the minority, which also has Christians, Jains, and your Buddhist and other people, which include the Sikh also. Now, the BJP, the last time also had raised this issue when the quota was given with regards to reservation and said that the constitution itself does not allow giving religious-based recommendations and reservations, while the Congress is doing this. But the government stand is that these sectors and these religions have not been represented, and that is why bringing them into the mainstream is important, and that will happen through these welfare schemes. And that is why an emphasis has been given by the government in all these reservations and quota to uplift the community from where it had been. We had seen the Sachar Committee report, and the report also highlights the dilapidated state of the minorities. And that is why these recommendations have been taken into consideration by the Karnataka government, which has been opposed time and again by the BJP. And now with Mr. Prahlad Joshi also categorically pointing out that in the coming days, you will see a chain of protest and dissent from the BJP with regard to this, because they've done this in the past, and we will see them doing it now also. We had heard the minister tweeting yesterday when this was passed in the cabinet that yet again the government has gone to appease the Muslims. So this is nothing but the beginning of what we can say is going to be a lot of protest and agitation from the government with regards to this quota that has been granted to the minority.